Yeah, all good. It's been for a few laps around the lake and time for a nice cuppa. It's a nice spring morning, Saturday morning here. Yeah, we'll talk about refocusing the game after scoring a goal today. And yeah, people often have mentioned to me where if they've seen me in the dugout during a game, or they'll say we score a goal, our team I've been working with score a goal to get back in the game, maybe 1-0 lead. I generally won't celebrate for a long time. I'll see me sort of running across and shouting something to the players. And what I generally shout is focus on the next play. Focus on the next play. And the reason being there's a vulnerability when you've scored, and I'll go into that in detail shortly. There's this sort of vulnerability particularly that sort of 5 minutes after you've scored a goal, you've got back to 1-0, you've gone up 1-0 or maybe 2-0. There's a vulnerability. And certainly I wouldn't suggest the players don't sort of celebrate, but the key thing is celebrate the goal, to keep it brief and composed. And this allows the players to quickly reset and get back in their positions. The team can channel their excitement into maintaining that high energy and focus on the field. Scoring a goal in a football match is obviously exhilarating. If you're in a situation, you're watching this where you scored, you've got back in the game, you scored, you've gone up 1-0. But it is crucial. It is crucial to quickly reinforce and maintain composure to ensure continued success after celebrating. Players, for me, must shift their mindset back into the game plan, recognizing that the match is far from over. The game's far from over. I'm sure you've seen it before if you've been watching football on TV or your own team, whatever. You get back in the game, all of a sudden you lose concentration, you find yourself back to square one again. A team, you're playing against capitalizes on that vulnerability, becomes more aggressive, and then you sort of surrender that lead, or you get back in the game, back to square one again. And communication with teammates becomes essential to align tactics. Really, really important to address any adjustments that might be needed in response to opponents' reactions. So as well as shouting to refocus on the sidelines, I think it's really crucial then. And this is when, for me, it becomes important to sort of if you notice anything, if you're in the backroom staff or the assistant coach or whatever, to let the manager know. Obviously, if the opposition's changed tactics, they might push an extra player up front. They might change their tactics afterwards, and then you've got to adjust accordingly. So you've got to stay mentally sharp to avoid any complacency, because that helps maintain control of the game. Ensuring the team capitalizes on the momentum while staying prepared to defend against the counter-attack is really important. So refocusing after a goal is key to sustaining performance and achieving the ultimate objective of victory, because that's the outcome. Why refocusing is essential is avoiding complacency. So scoring a goal can sometimes cause a team to relax or lose concentration, and this mental lapse can provide the opposition an opportunity to exploit defensive gaps and respond with a quick equalizer. So focus on the next play. I'll go into some tactics or some techniques in future videos, but generally speaking, for this video, one of the key things or key messages is sort of refocusing in a football match after scoring a goal. And there's a degree of vulnerability, particularly in that sort of first 5 minutes or so. So the big takeaway here is, celebrate the goal, obviously, but keep it brief and composed. And this will allow the players to quickly reset and get back into your positions and channel the excitement to maintain the high energy and refocus on the field. And also make sure communication's really important to realign any tactics. If you see from, watching the game, or if you're in the backroom staff, you're a coach, manager, or if you play on the field and you notice any tactical changes of the opposition, then you make any adjustments in case they've pushed a couple of extra players forward, and so on and so forth. So focus on the next phase of the game.